Hi, I'm Alex, and I'm here bringing back to you the ALEXxTalk series. And today we have a special guest. His name is Alexander Fresh. He was with us once before, and we're so delighted to bring him back to talk about the wonderful life, world, and being of hummus. Give it up for Alexander Fresh. Thank you so much for having me back. Like he said, I'm Alexander Fresh, and I'm here to get started to talk to you about hummus. Let's dive right in. Live, love, hummus. That's what I'm going to talk to you about today. Hello, like I said, I'm Alexander Frisch. I'm here because I believe in hummus. I love it. I adore it. It is a cornerstone to life. You can find me on Instagram at FreshAJ, and you can also like and subscribe to my YouTube channel right here, right now. You can do that. I can give you a second to get that done. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to start off with a little quote from an amazing person named Queen Latifah. She said, I like pirate's booty, prunes, and olives too. I love hummus. I can eat that until I die. I tend to eat mostly organic food. Queen Latifah. That is a very fascinating quote, and I just want you to keep that in mind as I go on this journey with you this evening. It is going to resonate with a lot what we're going to be talking about. Hummus, what's it all about? I know that's what you're asking, and the question that has been coming to your mind. So let me just get started and tell you what it's all about. Hummus? Sounds delicious and addicting. Let's get started. So I'm going to talk to you about some background of it. I'm giving you the background of the chickpea as it is a vital part of hummus, but I'll let you know why that it is in a little bit. But the chickpea, the chick and the pea. The chick and the pea have tea hour, and in tea hour they drink tea, have some scones, chat, and at the end of that hour, they have the chickpea. Each of the chicks and the peas all sign a consent form to be a part of this and to create the chickpea. And that's how we farm and get the chickpea created. It is a really fascinating process, which I wouldn't look that much into. But the chickpea. The chickpea is made from the chick and the pea, like I said, and that's how we farm it. We farm it, but then what do we do after we farm it? We have to package the chickpea. So in order to package it, we have to create a brand clientele relationship. And we are going to use Goya for today's conversation. Goya packages our chickpeas. They put them in the cans and then they ship them out to all these stores. It can be your Whole Foods, your Trader Joe's, your ShopRite, your Stop and Shop, your Kroger, your Giant Eagle, your Meijer, you name it. The place you buy your food, Target, right? And it can then be sold to you right there in that supermarket. And that's how we get the chickpeas to the consumer. But what do chickpeas have to do with hummus? I know this picture is confusing. You have the chickpeas in the hummus, but why is it in the hummus? And that's a valid question, which will be answered. Think about cows and milk. You need a cow to create cow milk, per se. Because you have almonds and that can create almond milk and so on and so forth. But think cows and milk. The chickpea is much like that to hummus. You need to have the chickpea to create the hummus. The chickpea plus some other ingredients equals hummus. Like the cow creates the milk. That is the main concept of why chickpeas are important to talk about, and their origin and how chickpeas are created is important to talk about. But what's the popularity of hummus? And I know people don't think hummus is that popular, but I've taken a personal survey. It's a very limited population. It might compose of a few random people, so don't worry, it's a random sample size. But everyone who's had flavor, who can eat it, and who enjoy it, 100%. Among the vegans, the meat eaters, and the vegetarians, the vegos. 100% all across the board, which in my research and my time studying this is a first. Many people don't find 100% enjoyment out of a product. So that is a major win for hummus. The origins and the adaptions. Well, the origin, people are trying to pin it down to one place, but really the origin and the adaptions of modern hummus is really different than old hummus. It comes from here, in the heart. Hummus comes from the heart, and it comes from the mind and the creativity behind it. And people create different brands of hummus. They have Sabra, they have different types of hummus with different bases, which is, wow, fascinating. So it really can be from all over, all 7 continents, every country. These are just a few places that I pointed out could be an origin and adaptation of, let's say, hummus. But let me discuss a little bit more. Hummus is 100% happiness. But what does that happiness look like and how is it composed? Well, I have a chart for you to explain that. A big portion of that is love. What is love? Well, it is the feeling that you get when you're consuming hummus with yourself, with your friends, with your family, with your partners, with nearly anybody in the restaurant. There's love that is created there, which helps bring that happiness, but that's only a portion. You also get a small portion of it from the health. You don't know this, but hummus is kind of healthy. It is good for you, and it is organic, and it is just deliciously healthy, which it's a smaller portion, but it is a portion nonetheless because it brings happiness. Health does bring some happiness. And then there's life. Hummus is a cornerstone of life. There's life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, and hummus. You cannot forget hummus. It is a cornerstone of it. We need water, we need food, we need hummus. It's just like that. And it makes up about 50% of happiness because hummus is a necessity. And I think everybody should have access to hummus. Hummus, who, what, when, where, why, and how? Good questions. And I will going to answer those for you right now. Like I said, I'm Alexander Frisch. I'm a spokesperson for hummus and here to tell you some history about it. But hummus cannot do it itself because it is food. And what is it? Well, it is hummus. It is one of the most delicious foods out there. And when was it invented? Well, that's a great question. It was invented in the 13th century, actually, so it's not even of this year, this decade, this millennial, this century. It is centuries old, and really, it's a staple of life at this point. And what would it look like without hummus? But where, like I said before, it comes from so many different places that we can't pinpoint the origin and the adaptations of it. So that's really just your heart. And why? Why is also very interesting because we do it to come together. We do it for each other, community, love, friendship, family, and more. And how the delicious nature of what hummus is brings us together in those wonderful settings. There are so many types. I know there's some allergy concerns, but you can have sweet potato hummus, beet hummus, and savory pumpkin hummus. You can have so many more. Garlic, pepper, salt, you name it. It can be anything you want it to be. And it is just as easy as 1, 2, 3. But I know we were saying allergies can be a concern and a problem. So, by 2021, we're going to make hummus accessible for everybody. We want everybody in the world to be able to eat and taste and enjoy the life and the world of hummus. As, like I said, it is a cornerstone to living life. I'm going to end with a quote by Marie Curie. She said, "Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more, so that we may fear less." Marie Curie. And that's really something to chew on and think about. We don't want to fear hummus. We want to understand it and understand why it is so important. And it's a really important part of life to do that. Thank you so much for coming. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Like I said, you can find me on Instagram at FrishAJ, and please like and subscribe this video. And I cannot wait to be back here with you on another ALEXxTalk series next time. And on that, Alex is out.